You may have wondered what is it like to using the very first iPhone in 2022. I will definitely get one of those original iPhone in the coming future, stay tuned for that. But before that, this is an iPhone 3GS, also the third generation iPhone and the successor to the iPhone 3G, announced by Apple in the WWDC 2009, back to 13 years ago. iPhone didn't get anywhere in terms of popularities outside of Western countries until this version went viral at the time. This version of iPhone is also the very first smartphone that I have back in the day. However, the story didn't get well for me, which it got stolen during the times of my middle school. I think it's finally the time for me to catch on some good old memories. This is the iPhone 3GS that I got from the second-hand market. I would definitely say the quality itself is still well made in 2022. I love how this went curved on the back, which also the last version having this type of design before the iPhone 4 went complete flat on the back. It felt really nice holding it on hand, the experience you won't expect in the phone nowadays. Before we jump into our video, make sure you have subscribed to our channel. Appreciate it. iPhone have a bigger and bigger screen on each generation every single year, allows you to see more content at a time. However, back in the day, iPhone provides us a 3.5-inch screen, which is not just randomly decided. The size of 3.5 inches was defined by the thumb length of the average human being, which is to ensure that the people can do single-handed operation on the entire screen of the phone without scratching too much their finger. Steve Jobs even said, "You can get your hands around it, no one gonna buy that." However, things change, and we all know that nowadays, multitasking is also important. In terms of the specs, it may sound pretty bad in 2022 with 256MB on RAM, 800GB up to 32GB on storage, 165 ppi on the display, and a 30-pin charger cables, which you may not even ever heard of it. Let's move on to the camera. Nowadays, you don't even need a professional camera in order for you to shoot a video at 4K or even 8K. Just like me, I am currently using my iPhone 13 Pro Max for every single video that I shoot on this channel. On the other hand, iPhone 3GS have a single 3-megapixel camera. In the meantime, iPhone 14 Pro is having a 48MP as the main camera with an advanced core pixel sensor. It's crazy on what we have accomplished in just under 13 years. I have a channel figure as our photo modeler for this camera. Tell me what you think. I think it's still pretty good as long as you will remember this is a revolutionary reported 13 years ago. The latest iOS update for this particular iPhone is iOS 6.1.6. I've tried to download the apps that I almost use it every day, Twitter, YouTube, Discord, or even games that I used to play back to 2009 on this iPhone is no longer available on the App Store. However, Safari browser is still working though, that you may have to wait for a while to load up a modern website like YouTube, and some of the elements may not able to show, mainly because of the version of JavaScript.
I rented a $1 million a night hotel room, and I also rented this $1,000 a night cave, this $10,000 a night underwater palace, this $50,000 a night island, and so much more.
In addition, you may also wonder, would there be any ways for us to install the app or even some games that we enjoyed 13 years ago? Well, it's actually possible. Now we are introducing Cydia, which is an external app store. Jailbroken your iPhone is really necessary back in the days when Apple doesn't provide much abilities in terms of customization, diversity, additional function to your phones, or even providing you the freedom to use other carriers by unlocking your phone in order to support other carriers besides AT&T. But jailbreaking your phone is no longer necessary, and it also increases the risk of your device. And Apple is providing many more features in the past 13 years. But if you are interested to know more about the whole history of jailbreaking, how it goes up and down, leave a comment below and I will definitely make a video about it. In conclusion, if you are ever consider this classic iPhone as your secondary spare phone for your daily usage, I will not recommend it. Here's the thing, you can always get a modern phone at a cheaper price nowadays, for example Vivo, Xiaomi or even Samsung. On the other hand, after using the iPhone 3GS as my main device for a day, no AirDrop, no AirPods, not even a music app for your phone, which you have to download music from iTunes Store, nowadays definitely not the way to go, but the value of the memories exists on this device. Leave a comment below and tell me what you think, and I will see you next time.